So it's live at 5 time. I think I'm going to share some of my thoughts for today about relationships. You say she's just a friend. Count on me through thick and thin, the friendship that will never end. When you are weak, I will be strong, helping you to carry on. Call on me, I will be there. Don't be afraid. Please believe me when I say, count on me. Give just a few more people an opportunity to get in before I get started. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I do. So, here's something that I'm aware of that has been happening in this process for me and some of my friends and other people that I have talked to. Hey, Michael. I have found myself disappointed with some of the people who I consider to be white allies. That what this crisis and upheaval has done is that it has brought out the true colors of people, literally and figuratively, that I thought were allies, were woke, were down for the cause, were down for me, in fact, personally, and that has not been the case. Now, here's what's true. I've been checked on in these last 2 weeks by multiple friends of mine who identify as white and or Caucasian, and that has been very meaningful. That has never ever happened in the course of my life. But I will tell you that the opposite has been true as well, is that I've seen people post things on Facebook or say things that it's like, whoa, do you see me? Are you aware that I am African American? And my guess is that some of you have had the same experience. And so here's what I think. Should you engage it? Should you not? I think that that's a personal choice. And there are times that I choose to engage. But the barometer of me engaging are two things. One, do I really feel like it? Like, do I have the capacity to deal with the pushback and disappointment? Does it need to be handled in the moment? Or can it wait? And then, is it I'm putting my pearls before swine? Like, is this going to even matter in the course of this relationship? And that's a question that only you can answer for yourself. But I get to decide how much energy I dispense for somebody. Now, if I'm offended by somebody, I am likely to address it just to keep the relationship clean and whole, especially if it's someone that the relationship means a lot and I've invested it, and I'm trying to follow what the Bible says about how to manage interpersonal conflicts. But there are moments in time that you just need to let it go, and not have yourself all worked up. Because sometimes what I hear people say, well, they made me have to read them, and I had to let them know. But no, you have a right to be choiceful about how much energy you want to engage in some of your relationships. And so you choose when you want to respond, and you choose when you don't want to respond, and that's completely up to you. But I encourage you, when you respond, you pick the time to respond that's best for you. Now, some stuff's just ignorant, just straight ignorant, and you find yourselves compelled, like almost it's coming, the words are coming out of your mouth before you can catch them back, and I get that. But I just want you to be careful to preserve your energy in this season when there's so much going on and so many things could actually deplete it. The other thing that I will say is that if you are a person on the other side of the conflict where somebody is sharing with you that you have offended them, one thing, Apologize, do not contextualize. We don't want to hear about you marched with Martin Luther King, that you voted for Obama, or some of your best friends are black. We don't want to hear that. That when you have hurt somebody in the moment, nobody cares about all of that. They just want the hurt fixed. And so do what you can to fix the hurt versus trying to contextualize it. Because here's the thing. Contextualizing is just going to get you further and further and further in the poop versus you apologizing and trying to rectify the matter. And I know this is hard sometimes, particularly for some white people when they are afraid that they're about to be called racist or they're being called racist. But I got news for you. We all carry a little of this in our heart. And what I mean by that is I don't think that you get to grow up in this country and the way that the dominant narrative is about black and brown people and not carry some of that in your head. Just like apple pie. Racism is as American as apple pie. So those are my 2 cents. So one, decide how much energy you want to place into a relationship, whether you want to maintain the integrity of that relationship, whether you want to throw your pearls before swine, whether you want to let the person know that you're offended and follow the biblical principles around conflict. And the second is, if you've done or said something offensive, just apologize. Whatever you do, don't contextualize, because the apology will lead you closer to a place of healing and even change, and allow you to humble yourself and esteem that person more highly than yourself. I love you all. Thank you for watching. Feel free to share this video. I'm Dr. Stacey. #the doc is in.